Assalamu alaikum. Very good morning, good afternoon, good evening, because we are going internationally at USA right now. We have very special guest, Mr. Jehangir A Raja, and then we have the people following from UK, Canada, Pakistan, and that's what I said that globally we can say morning, afternoon, and evening. Sir, welcome to our show.
Thank you so much for having me over here.
Mr. Jahangir Raja is a business person. He is a wonderful business person, a highly successful business person. That's why today's topic's title we have also kept it How to Become a Successful Business Person. Personally, I would start with this thing that I am not a business person, but I'm highly motivated. So as a youth leader, as the things I'm doing there, I always really try to motivate our youth that entrepreneurship is a way that we can economically get strong, and definitely not only Pakistan but any country wants to choose the way to success. The way is a business, whether it's a small or a large. It depends, at your own situations, your financial conditions. Today we are going to start with Mr. Jahangir Raja from the beginning, from very much that where did he take his start of life, and then we will continue the question, then we'll listen his story. Sir, over to you.
Thank you so much, first of all. Uh, I really appreciate you are giving me time. I don't think I have earned so much, success that which makes me eligible to be able to deliver a lecture on entrepreneurship or success. Uh, I'm always a lifelong student of success. I've been learning all my life. So that's how it started. Whenever I got a lead back home in Pakistan, I was reading a magazine. It said about Fortune magazine and Fortune 500 and Smart Money. And I was reading, there was a guy, he was a CEO of Coca Cola. And I was in college at that time. So I saw that he earned about 70 some $1 million that year for Coke. And a 17th grade officer in Pakistan was making like 1600 rupees a month. So I was like, he's a human being as well. So either I can spend all my life here making 1600 rupees a month, or I can go to USA and make 70-80 million dollars a year. And then of course I can share, when you're successful, you should always send the letter into the bottom. So that's what the main motivation was, that the guy was from Egypt. He was the Egyptian CEO. So I thought, well, if he can do it, I can do it. So that's what brought me to USA back in 1990. I did my bachelor's in agricultural economics from University of Agriculture, Faisalabad, and then I came here and then I did my MBA in St. John from St. John University, New York. And after I got my MBA, I got a good opportunity to work as a stockbroker with Payne and Weber, which is owned by Deutsche Bank. And I was very lucky that I was the top producer the first 4 years. I raised about $2 billion for pharmaceutical companies, and I was very happy. But in New York, you make, let's say, $250,000 a year, you end up spending about $450,000 a year. So expenses are very high as well. So I came to Dallas. And when I look at the land here and the opportunities here, I'm not going to go back to New York. So I opened my own private equity shop here. And later on, Dallas became the home of private equities. So then, of course, I was on a board of director with CFA, which is the largest commercial finance association. I started my own firm, wealth management company. And at the peak of my career, I had $5 billion asset under management. Then 2008 collapse. I was highly diversified in Pakistan, in Dubai, here, but everything collapsed. So then I redeemed some of the shareholders' money, some investors' money, and now I have about $1.8 billion asset under management. I do institutional investment management. I do not work with the retail. I got about 10 different portfolio companies, including two hedge funds. And this is a brief description and bio on me.
Really, very much convincing, very much inspiring. So, uh, again, a question comes here that, there are a lot of people who dream. Some of them, we call them daydreamers, and some are the ones like, they like to just, reach to the destination as you tried your best and you did it. Why I'm asking this question that in our youth, I commonly see one thing that before making a struggle, we want results. We want to have, accomplishment. Uh, how do you see it, please, that in your journey, what was the role of not only dreaming, but after, a power or strength to follow that dream?
Good question. First of all, I want to let you know what I am. When I was in Pakistan, I was dreaming about earning $70 million a year, following the CEO of Coca Cola. But when I came to USA, I look at Warren Buffett, George Soros, Stephen Schwarzman of Blackstone. So I kind of gradually improved my vision as well. So now I'm following Blackstone. Blackstone, he has started at $400,000. You'll be surprised to know he started the company with $400,000. Today he's managing over $517 billion. BlackRock was started with $0, and they are managing over $1.3 trillion. So that's you must know you don't need money all the time to make money, but you must have the right ideas. Unfortunately, a country like Pakistan, they do not tell the students in college and university that college and university actually prepares you for learning. Learning actually starts after you get the degree. The degree does not mean you are a scholar. Degree means now you are certified that you can learn, because that's how I perceive education in those colleges. Third thing is Pakistan, there is no system of teaching people private equity. Private equity is most like a Sharia compliant investments. If you don't pay interest and you don't take interest and you work on profit sharing basis, that is what is private equity means. So that's why I got involved in private equity. I used to teach private equity on Wall Street. I used to tell people that it's Islamic way of doing business. I'm not a very big Muslim, or I'm not a scholar of Islam, but as far as business is concerned, I believe in private equity. So, private equity means you invest money for profit sharing and you don't charge an interest. As far as general public in Pakistan is concerned, they don't have the right infrastructure to learn. I would say our government should support the people like a student exchange program. People should be coming from here, going over there. They're more than happy to educate people, teach them, share with them knowledge, and they should be exchanging knowledge. One guy, his name is, I believe, Mudassar Sheikha. He came to MIT. He's a very good inspiration, by the way. He came to MIT. He got his degree. He went back to Pakistan. He was from Karachi, I believe. He started a company, but it was not very successful. So he sold the company and went to Dubai. And when he went to Dubai, he started a company called Kareem, which was acquired by Uber for $3.2 billion. Now you can very well imagine one guy, one company, he got $3.2 billion. And here I've seen the government has been mortgaged for $2 billion a year to World Bank. And I'm not a politician, by the way, and I don't believe in politics. But I'm saying when one guy can do this, there are 220 million people. Just two people we need, and they can wipe off our whole aid from the World Bank. If they create two companies, which when we can take to Silicon Valley, they can take up the whole debt for the Pakistan. So that's what I believe. And I'm starting, I'm thinking to go back to Pakistan. I tried to do investments over there, but because of the instability of government and kind of little bit still there are some red tapeism. I was not as successful, but that does not deter me from going back and starting another couple of hedge funds. I think SMEs, small medium enterprises, they need some soft money, loose money lending, and I'm going to be probably starting some jump start kind of things. So this is what my plans are for Pakistan, inshallah. If Allah willing, I'll try to grow my investments in Pakistan as well. Second thing is, I like to teach people over there. I like to tell people, not by university's degrees or college degrees, but I like to inspire them. I like to tell them it's not as hard as you think it is. A guy like me, he can do it. So if I can do it, you can do it too. So I will go there, I'll train people, I'll pick some people, and I will probably try to, as much as I can support them, I will support them so they can be successful in their life. I think education is very important. The mindset that people have, Atiq, over there is very short-sighted. I mean, you can look at our history. Not even one single guy I have met in my whole life who thinks I'm gonna make money in Pakistan and reinvest in Pakistan. Flight of capital. That's our biggest enemy. Everybody who makes money try to send the money offshore, send the money to Dubai, send some money to UK, USA. It's just pathetic. I'm so sorry to say. I mean, rate of return in Pakistan is good. I invested money when stock exchange was at 4,000 and it went to 53,000. So you can very well imagine who will give you this kind of return. Not in developed markets. Emerging markets still has very good rate of return. So I think education is very important. People do need to understand it's not life or investments is not sprint. It's a marathon. You don't invest for just 1 or 2 nights or 1 or 2 months. You invest for the long run. So this is what I think we need to educate our people. Success comes to those are patient. And second thing is, if you aim high, even if you fail, you're gonna land on top of people's success. This is what I like to tell them. They need to aim high.
Super. Yours, these two things here, Mr. Jehangir A Raja Saab has just shared, are really very important, and we need to understand. I try to, focus on these both things again and again with you all. And the first thing, as he said, see, you have to have that vision, the broader vision, because as broader the vision is, so you can, even did you listen that even you may not reach to that destination, but you will land somewhere closer by. And that
Absolutely.
is that is really something which moves us. In such condition, when the COVID-19 is there, everybody, including me, we all are, disturbed because the paradigm change is there, completely changed. I come across with the youngsters from Italy, from other countries, Pakistani youngsters especially. I feel really sometime myself down, but this thing gives me energy that, see, you have to continue, you have to show that consistency. And the thing used by Mr. Jahangir A Raja, that is patience. You know, as if we look at our position nationally, this thing is needs to be inculcated. We are having, lack of this thing, not only I say before, after COVID-19, but even before. We want the results, in the wink of eye, and that is something really we need to work hard at, that patience. As he just said, that in the business you have to be patient, but I would say even anything in life, you have to show the patience and consistency. And then definitely with the broader vision, this is, and somehow we will definitely listen further to Raja Sahib, that this is something enjoyment, you enjoy it thoroughly rather than take it you take it as a tension, you take it as a frustration or depression. Oh my god, results are not coming. So results would definitely come, but you have to. show the patience. Sir, in your own story, we would like to know that how did you, use these both things? Number one, that broader vision, and then second, the patience, and also third thing, we would like to know that how did you continue, having the consistency? Because together these things, I guess that in your life, how did they work, please?
That's a very good question again. Uh, like I said, right now, I got about $1.8 billion asset under management. And I'm trying to compete with a guy who has $517 billion asset under management. And if I think I can get this amount tomorrow or day after, that's not going to happen. So what I do is I need to learn how to sharpen my skills where people should find me. I need to position myself in a very good. Right now, everybody's crying in business world. You must know billionaires are scrambling and filing for bankruptcy, and I'm very happy. I'm not happy that people are losing money or people are dying, but finance-wise, I'm very happy. I have almost, I would say, 3,000% made return in last 3 months. 3,000%. This is because, first of all, you need to understand black swan. This was not a black swan. The medical emergency was not a white, but financial crisis is a white swan. Everybody knows that every 5 years, market kind of dips a little bit. So every, I would say, a half a decent businessman, he prepares himself to buy on dips. I bought some of the businesses 10 cents for a dollar because nobody wants to buy those and they're scared. Hotels right now, the people they think no, it's not going to go down all the time. It's going to come back. Look at oil. Oil was like what, $20 a barrel about 2 months ago. Today is back to like 40, 50, I believe, and it's going to go back up. So it's very important for you not to lose your mind. You should have some kind of strategy, a plan. Yeah, yes, temporarily you're gonna have paper loss, but it's not gonna be like you're gonna be losing all the time. There will a plan, a stage will come that you will stop bleeding, and then you're gonna start going back up. So unless you have a very very good strategy and you implement that, I would say 99% people they lose. If somebody comes to you and say, well, tomorrow the world's going to end, it's not going to end. So you need to have planned for next 30, 40 years. That's the first thing. In my case, I was a very short-tempered guy, by the way. I did not have patience. But I learned. I studied Warren Buffett. I studied George Soros. I studied Steven Schwarzman. I saw their struggle. I saw they lost tons of money. Warren Buffett recently lost, I think, like 9, $10 billion in 2 months. So people do lose money. It's okay. That's part of the game. When you play, unless you are Jahangir Khan, you're gonna lose. He didn't lose. You were like very long streak. But if you are an average sports person, you're gonna lose. Same way a businessman is. And by the way, there's a difference between being a businessman and being an entrepreneur. When people talk about businessman, they don't understand. Businessman is like mom and pop store. That is called business. An entrepreneur is one something which is a business. Business should be scalable, first of all. Business should be able to remotely operate. It's not like you go to your store and you are there, it's operating at 100% capabilities or capacities, and once you leave, it goes down. It should not happen like that. So you should have a business which you should be able to operate without you being there, and it should be scalable. My business is, I think, in 6 different continents right now, and 90% of my business is online. So I did not get hurt. Not even one single day I was down in whole COVID-19. I've been operating. I think yesterday you must have seen my post as well, that I've been working throughout the COVID-19. I did not stop even one day. So you should have a plan. And I think I learned during my struggle that how to be patient. And I believe, well, this is again a little bit religious education. I believe the owner of everything is Allah, and He made us a custodian here. As long as we make the payments to Him, He can let us use the things. So end of the day, everything belongs to Allah. So we are just custodians. We can use the things, but we are not the owners. We are just the managers and custodians. This is what my belief is. So if I lose something, I don't mind it. Because I always believe if I lose it, somebody else might have got it. So end of the day, he's going to use. Remember, wealth never gets lost. It always exchange the hands. So one person's loss is another person's gain. So when somebody loses, the other one getting it. So it's okay. End of the day, the world will have all that wealth. So I think we need to learn and train our mind. Training a mind is very important. I'm not a motivational speaker, by the way. I'm not an inspirational leader. I'm just a small time guy who's just trying to still learn and perfect himself. But I think if you ask me what is the most biggest challenge I had in my life was, I was not very patient, but I learned how to be patient. I learned how to play a good game with bad hand of cards instead of waiting for the good hands. That's what I learned.
Wow, it's really, really inspirational again, as I said, and amazing. And especially, let me tell you, the viewers who are watching us live, and many who will be watching us, after, because due to COVID-19, the time management has gone quite different, in different countries. Many people are sleeping till late and then, getting up and then working till late, working from home. At this stage, let me tell you that you can see one more learning from the talks of Jahangir A Raja Sahib, that it does not mean that something you do not inherit, you don't have, in your DNAs, you don't have it by birth, and you cannot have it after that either. Now just look at this patience, how generously, how openly he accepts that, I was an impatient person. But, the learning of that skill, you may take it as a skill, because the thing, anything you can improve in you comes in the category of skill. We all can do it. See, anything like one skill, patience, if it can be developed, so we can develop many other things. Now you can see the role that a person having businesses in 6 continents, it is huge, really. Even a person who says to me that I have business in 6 countries, it gives you, a lot of windows open in your mind. A lot of questions come, that yes, this person have really, definitely that humble nature behind. But on the other hand side, that is something the person really have used the brain to do something. On the other hand side, the philosophy, uh, Raja Sahib is sharing, that I personally believe in very strongly, that see, the divine hand is always there in our lives. I don't know, my friends, many of them may have the belief in divine or not, and I'm really very open kind of person. I listen and accept everyone. But to personal learning, as he shared, divine hand is always there when you want to feel it. And once you are doing something really of a holy kind, something of a great kind, now just imagine that if a business is in 6 continents, how many people are engaged, how much employment is there, how many people are running their houses from those businesses, and then how many further people are connected with those people. You can just have it, you can just imagine it, that how definitely the role of man is there, but behind, how the divine has selected someone for this kind of sacred job, that he has connected people in these 6 continents. And again, I would say that it is really good luck. It is a really great having you over here, and I would love that in future also. We listen to you. and we listen your experiences, we listen your ideas. Here, I would like to just have, some input for the, I would say, youth of the world. I always, more work we are doing with the youth of Pakistan, even living in different countries. But the idea I'm working on, even we have given the name to our this program, is this that world with Atiq Raja. That I we want to expand it that the youth should come forward from around the world. If one Mr. Jehangir A Raja can expand the businesses in 6 continents, it means there can be more that who can go even bigger than that by learning from the experience. Sir, please do share that what skills anyone needs to become a successful business person.
First of all, there is no hard and fast formula. Okay, you must know, if you talk about business, you must know material things. I don't want to talk about religious things. If you talk about Warren Buffett, George Soros, Steven Schwarzman, they're all successful people, but everybody has a different niche. Warren Buffett, what he does, Charlie Munger doesn't do that. What Charlie does, Steven doesn't do that. So everybody has his own niche. That what he perfected himself into that, and he keeps going. Now, what my belief is that everybody needs to find his niche and his strength, and then he needs to develop that strength instead of trying to overcome his weaknesses. He should try to develop his strength. For example, if I'm good at something and I'm bad at the other, I should try to put more strength into the things that I'm good at rather than trying to overcome my weaknesses. Uh, I think there's a lot of potential. The biggest thing I think we have is our I think 50% population is below age of 25. That's a very big strength, because if average age or life expectancy is, let's say, 65, they got like 40 more years to be productive and contributing. And you must know, even I would say a country can be developed in 1 or 2 years. So if you got 40 years and you got the right head on the shoulder, what you cannot accomplish, you can accomplish anything. So again, I say about Steven Schwartz or these people, they don't have any financial background. They were not. They were just like recruited in the army, and you know how much education they get in the army. When they come back, they're trying to find something to do, and then they stumble on something, some opportunities, and then they develop their skills, and that's how they became successful. Uh, what's his name? The guy who invented Church's chicken, Colonel something. I forgot his name. He was retired. He came back from army. He didn't know what to do. He struggled for like 65 years at the, and at age 65, he started a business and became a sensational success. So he became a success story. So age is just a number, but having the right age is very important. If you are 20 or 30 years old, I would say you are very, very blessed. I wish I had known these things when I was 20 or 25. I did not, but I kept learning. So that's the advantage they can have. They can have 10 people like me, and they can learn from them, and then they will have more than 100 plus years of experience in front of them. But the thing is that they need to train their mind to think about the long run, not about the short term. You can't think, you can't be an investor or entrepreneur if you think short term. I always believe an entrepreneur is somebody who lives 4 or 5 years of his life like nobody want to live like, so that he can live rest of his life like nobody can live like him. So that's what I believe.
Amazing, amazing. This is really superb. Uh, Viewers will be keeping it interactive. If you have the question, you may leave the question in the comment box, so we can be keep asking the questions from Jahangir Raja Saab beside our interview. Here's two more things to share with our viewers from your talks. The first thing is, reading. Uh, Reading the successful, reading the people who have really done something amazing is really very helpful. As I'm trying to understand from your talks, one thing is going really far from us, that is the habit of reading.
Correct.
Majority of us, we are the syllabus kind of people, following, as you earlier said, we need the degrees. And I am also really very sad to say this thing, that we are, running for the degrees, but not real education.
True.
And and that is missing. As you are coming, definitely I would be saying in the end as well, but I'm ready to welcome you. I'm ready to be the part of your team. Pakistan Youth Council's platform is there for you. We are ready to do as much you like, and inshallah, for sure, because this is something I feel Pakistan needs it, and we must start it from here. And then wherever in the world you need it, uh, I'm with you, and our teams are with you, and we would definitely, love that this thing needs to be spread. So the world can have, a prosperous kind of condition, because prosperity is something needed for the peace. Both are. The second thing, and today I would request my viewers and the people who are watching us and will be watching us, that kindly start reading. As the Raja Sahib said earlier, everybody have different kind of mindset to do the things. There are no, kind of fixed things that, you will follow and you must do the same thing. You must try to assess your own mindset. Check it out. Yeah, what are your strengths and what are your weaknesses, and then go for according to your mind, definitely following some of the basic rules for businesses, and then there would be no one to stop you. The second thing, age is a number. Many times we are, quite worried about it, that I see, especially, let me share my experience of visiting Europe and Africa and then coming back to Pakistan. The strange thing I see always, that in all the developed countries, when the child is even in a school, gets ideas, from there, what he has to do, what he wants to do. And then further, it is not like that, till I do not complete my university education, I would not do anything. My dad and mom are there to pay everything, so why do I need to do it? Please try to think about it. Once you are, into your, I feel, O levels, even before, start thinking. Start sitting with your parents. Start, reading the inspirational people, listening. You can listen a lot of very good speakers. Like I would say, today we have Jehangir A Raja Saab, who have the personal experiences, that how you can start thinking actually, because thinking is a tool which takes you wherever you want to. Develop the habit of thinking, and do not wait for till you complete the university degree and then you come back with the zero practical approach, and you go to the interviewer and he asks you, what do you know? Interviewer is not going to ask you your CGP. The person, your employer, does not need your grades anymore. They are the people who need you to know that what you can deliver to them. So this is something very important. Or even if you want to start something yourself, definitely you need some experience at the first hand. So we take this first question here. There is a viewer, Momna Shehzadi. She asked that my question is how you gain interest in business. That was it, from the beginning by looking at your parents, or how did you get it? And moreover, tell me how your point of view about passion and degree. This is really very interesting one. So the first one is about your interest in business, and second one, passion and interest, please.
First of all, nobody is born businessman, or nobody is born an entrepreneur. I am a kind of person, I never worked for anybody in my whole life. I was 10 years old, Atiq, and I wanted to buy a bike. So I went to my grandmother, grandfather, and I said, I need to buy a bike. They said, you need to accumulate money to be able to buy that. I'm like, okay. So I had birthday in those days. So I saved like 100 rupees. Then I had Eid. So I saved 150 rupees or something like that. I did not know how much a bike would cost me, but I saved 1,000 rupees in those days. 1,000 rupees back in, I would say, 70s was a lot of money in Pakistan, especially to buy a bike. So I saved money and I went to my grandma. I said, look, I saved 1,000. I want to buy a bike. She was surprised to see how much money I saved. So I guess this is something, it's in your blood. You can't say that I was, like I wanted to be a businessman. Either you love business or you hate business. My wife, she hates business. She if I tell her to invest some money, oh, I don't want to do it. So, but I never said, anything. My brothers, none of my brother can do business. None of my cousins can do any business. Not even one single person in my whole family. I think I know about what 3,000 family members. None of them is a businessman. And even if they try to do business, it was like mom and pop kind of store, not a really entrepreneurship at my level. So I think either it's in your blood, either like I said, you love it or you don't. And as far as I'm concerned, I never worked for anybody. I always work for myself because I don't want to wait for a paycheck from somebody. I want to write my own paycheck. And that's is in my nature from the beginning. I never asked money from my father or grandfather or anybody. I always saved my own money. I'm a, by the way, scholarship guy. I was getting scholarship, since sixth grade. I never missed a scholarship in my whole life. So even I paid tuition fee for GRE and GMAT with my scholarship. So I guess it's in your blood, whether you are a businessman or you are not. Like you are, Atiq, you may not like business, but it's very important to know. I know a lot of doctors, a lot of engineers. They hate business. I mean, they hate medical profession. They hate engineering. They love business. But business is not about money. Business entrepreneurship is not about money. Entrepreneurship is about freedom. You must know uh, cricketers. They play cricket, not for the sake of money, Atiq. When you are in school, how do you know it's going to be rewarding or not? You just love it. And then when you play with passion, you become successful. Same thing with me. I may not have as much money as you do, but I'm very happy with what I do. I am totally, I go to bed happy, I wake up happy. Business is my passion. And as far as I said, degree just gives you a certificate that you are certified to learn now. So you start learning afterwards. I had an opportunity, very interesting example. I was working on Wall Street, 60 Wall Street. I was doing restaurant management. Houlihan's, Roy Rogers. There was a concept store. There was a bar on top, and then four different restaurants there back in 1991. So the guy came to me. He was from Pakistan, very nice guy. He said, I can talk to the owner. He's filing for bankruptcy. You can buy the store for $200,000, and you don't need to even spend a dime. I'll get you 100% financing. So I can get you the store. It was doing like $40,000 a week in sale, and I loved that. I wanted to buy it, but I said no. Let me finish my education first. So I went to St. John University, New York. I completed. Today, I can buy 50 of those. Honestly speaking, more than 50 I can buy. But that time, I did not regret even one day in my life that I left a good opportunity. That's like a $2 million property I could have bought for $200,000. But I never regretted. Why? I completed my education first. And I'm so happy, Atiq. I'm just happy with my life and with my decisions. It's not about money. It's about flexibility, freedom, and passion that you have. That's what makes you successful.
Really, really amazing. Wonderful. I hope that, all who are watching and as I said, will be watching, will thoroughly enjoy your talks. And here, your answer passion to success. See, once your passion becomes your business, becomes your work, becomes your profession, it means that, it gives you some extraordinary kind of energy. It,
Correct.
keeps you awake till you don't want to awake. It
Yes.
rises you up before your hours to rise up, to get up. And then, the happiness you receive. Many times I believe that, you may not be, getting that much money as you talked about, that it's not always about making money, but it's about that accomplishment, that achievement, that destiny that, makes you very happy that, oh, yes, you are really doing something wonderful. And, as you said that at that time, as we take your case study, if you had purchased that store at that time, so it may be possible, like, like many other Pakistanis, you may have, made two more stores till now,
Correct.
by earning from there, as I see many of the people running such kind of stores in USA and UK. But on the other hand side, where what was decision for yourself, it was, you can say, maybe difficult at that time, but your selection just brought you to where you wanted to be.
True.
So somehow, again, as you said, I say I'm also not that much a religious kind of person, but the role of nature is there, that somehow the nature, definitely what you want to be and what nature wants you to be. So when both things, come together, and then, the results are marvelous and definitely really helpful and very much, motivating for those people who do want to do something extraordinary in their lives like you. So we have another question, and I would request you to reply in Urdu. The question is in Urdu. Amna asked that, sir, एक perfect businessman की क्या characteristics होती हैं?
Is it in Urdu?
It is in Urdu. She says that what are the characteristics of a perfect businessman? Now, you can just tell that what is perfect or imperfect. What is the
And
question, please?
देखिए, फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल बिजनेसमैन के कैरेक्टरिस्टिक्स के अंदर कैरेक्टर का होना बहुत ज़रूरी है. बगैर कैरेक्टर के कोई भी बिजनेसमैन कामयाब नहीं हो सकता. तो कैरेक्टर का मतलब ये है कि कोई आदमी आपको पैसे लोन देता है ना, तो यू नीड टू अंडरस्टैंड इट्स अ लोन एंड यू नीड टू रिटर्न दैट लोन. ठीक है, मैं आप उर्दू में बात करता हूँ कि शायद प्रॉब्ली इट बी बेटर. लेकिन मेरे नज़दीक जो दो तीन बहुत ज़रूरी कैरेक्टरिस्टिक्स है ना एक बिजनेसमैन के अंदर अतीक, पहली है इंटेग्रिटी, दूसरी है ट्रांसपेरेंसी, और तीसरा है ऑनेस्टी. ये तीन चीज़ों का होना बहुत ज़रूरी है. इंटेग्रिटी, ट्रांसपेरेंसी एंड ऑनेस्टी. उसमें ये नहीं है कि आपने किसी को जवाब देना है कि मुझे अगर किसी ने $1 million का लोन दिया है तो मुझे उसको बताना है कि मुझे कैसे. नो, दैट्स ओके, आई गिव यू $1 million. अब आपके अपने कैरेक्टरिस्टिक्स से जो है ना, पहला क्या है? इंटेग्रिटी. आपके अंदर, जिसको इज्जत नफ्स कहते हैं, वो होनी चाहिए कि यार इस बंदे ने लोन दिया है तो मुझे इसको रिटर्न करना है. ये आपकी अपने अंदर आपकी सेल्फ एस्टीम होनी चाहिए. दूसरी क्या होनी चाहिए? ट्रांसपेरेंसी. आप शेयर कर सको सारी दुनिया के साथ पब्लिक इंफॉर्मेशन में कि मैं क्या कर रहा हूं इस पैसे के साथ. ठीक है, जब तक ट्रांसपेरेंसी नहीं ना होगी तब तक आपका बिजनेस मॉडल स्केलेबल नहीं होगा. आज मैं मिसाल आपको देता हूं. आप मुझे $1 million दोगे तो मैं उसको साल में 2 मिलियन बना सकता हूँ बहुत आराम से. वेरी इजी फॉर मी. बट दैट्स नॉट द गोल. द गोल इज टू टेक दैट मिलियन एंड टर्न दैट इनटू 100 million. दैट इज द गोल. दैट इज एंटरप्रेन्योरशिप. तो ट्रांसपेरेंसी का ये फायदा होता है कि आप जहाँ गलती कर रहे होते हो, आपको कोई दूसरा आदमी आके बोल सकता है कि यार दिस इज रॉन्ग, आई ट्राइड इट, तो डोंट डू इट. तो तीसरा जो है ना, ऑनेस्टी. ऑनेस्टी दूसरों के साथ होना जरूरी नहीं है जितना आप अपने आप के साथ ऑनेस्ट हो. मुझे पता है पाकिस्तान में बहुत बड़ा एक फैक्टर ये भी आती, जो 99% हमारी नाकामी का बस है, मतलब वो सबब है कि कोई शख्स अकेले में बैठ के उसको प्राइवेट थिंकिंग का टाइम नहीं मिलता है. ही इज ऑलवेज गैदर्ड एंड सराउंडेड बाय पीपल. अब मेरा एक छोटा भाई है, वो उसकी उसकी लाइफ है, ही इज लॉट मोर ब्रिलियंट देन आई एम. वो मुझसे बहुत, मतलब खैर सारे ही मेरे भाई जो है ना, पाकिस्तान के सारे ही लोग मुझसे ज़्यादा माशाल्लाह इंटेलिजेंट है. लेकिन उन वो टाइम टेक नहीं करते कि आई नीड टू सिट बैक एंड थिंक वेयर आई एम गोइंग, वेयर आई एम हेडेड. सिवाय इसके वो सिखाया जाता है बेटा जॉब, ये डिग्री करो और जॉब ले लो और शादी कर लो. That's not the aim. Aim should be you must take some time off from everybody for thinking, जिसको मेडिटेशन कहते हैं, जिसको हम लोग खैर कहते हैं वो नमाज पढ़ते हैं फॉर एग्जांपल. तो मेडिटेशन इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट होती. तो चार कैरेक्टरिस्टिक्स बिजनेसमैन के अंदर होने बहुत जरूरी है: इंटेग्रिटी, ट्रांसपेरेंसी, ऑनेस्टी एंड बी एबल टू डू मेडिटेट. वो जब तक अकेला बैठ के नहीं सोचेगा ना, वो कभी भी कामयाब नहीं होगा. तो हर आदमी को थोड़ा थोड़ा टाइम अलहदगी में अकेले में बैठ के सोचना चाहिए, ताकि वो अपने अपने जो उसके थॉट्स हैं उसको ग्रो कर सके. आई होप आई आंसर द क्वेश्चन.
Wonderful, wonderful. For the English viewers, let me just try, into English. Like it is a subject we have very commonly taught from the beginning, translate into English. So Raja Sahab has, delivered it very beautifully in Urdu language, which is our national language here in Pakistan. Uh, Beautiful thing that he said that for a businessman, for a successful businessman, for a perfect businessman, for a wonderful businessman, four characteristics are essential. The first is integrity, second is honesty, third is transparency, and the fourth is meditation. And he goes in detail that integrity, definitely this is something, you know, we may call it a self-respect, a thing like, we can say that if someone trusts us, if someone feels us to be, worth that, he's going to lend us some amount of money for business or giving us some amount to invest somewhere. So we should be number one proud of it that we are really, worth that he is doing it. And secondly, we must have a great honor for that person who has selected us for that thing. So we must not let him down, because this is something I feel that, going further, whatever it is, business is the game of profit and loss. But when we have respect, when we have integrity, it means we have everything. And the second thing is honesty. Let me tell you, this is something really very, very amazing, very, very interesting. Here, I would like to share one of the personal stories. 20 years back, when I was in UK, I was working for the British Petroleum at the customer services in Manchester, one area of the Manchester. And where, as a Pakistani, when you are going as a teenager, and definitely you have a lot of things to do, a lot of thoughts in mind for back at home, and you are there and you get an opportunity to work and earn, and then you convert a pound sterling to a rupee. So that is, very interesting for a teenager, for a youngster. And I started working there. I was doing as many shifts I could do. Now here, this is something very interesting.
Yeah.
as much time you get. And the locals, especially, I would say, even the British born Pakistani and the Britishers, we call, the majority, the white people, they are not bothered with that much, with such kind of jobs for doing long hours. They have the weekend, they would come to you. And same thing used to happen, that the my colleagues, boys and girls, used to come to me. They used to say, Raja, would you give us a favor? Could you please do our hours? So I used to feel 2.5 you know getting 2.5% more. Oh yes, definitely.
Yeah.
So I would do you a favor because I'm getting myself a favor. Well, uh, one of my relative who was living there, who observed my working hours and who observed that how much is the cash flow, came over to me. He was a taxi driver, a black cab driver. Black cab is also a good one kind of work considered there. So he came to me and he started talking. He said, young man, I feel you are really very much energetic and you are doing wonderful. But let me tell you, the way you are doing, working on, £5 an hour, how much do you get? I told him that I get £5 an hour. And, when it's double and half, definitely the same way I receive. So he said, you're not going to make anything out of it in Pakistan. And here also, you're not going to make, anything. So I asked him, could you please go in detail? Because definitely, I remember as a teenager in that age, I could not understand what he wants to say. He said to me many times, how many shifts do you work? I said, two shifts. And many times, uh, I even get, a few hours sleep in the back office of the manager because he's so kind with me. His name was David. And he allows me that, oh, please use my office. I have the key as well. Even all the banking, everything is deal there. But yes, he trusts. So I do many many shifts together. And sometimes, because I'm a bachelor, I'm not married, and I have time, I can do it. And many times I do four shifts together. And his eyes went, wide open. He asked me, oh really? So what about, this is very very busy kind of, fuel station, where you are working, and you are at the till, you are at the, cash. How much cash handling? So I told him, apart from checks and cards, it I feel that, the per shift, it comes like, between 14 to 20,000 pounds. This is what I'm talking about, 2001 to 2001. So he said 20,000 means, okay, let's say that, you are getting 80, not 80, 70,000 pounds. I say, yeah, it goes about like that. And he said, asked me that, what do you do with it? I said, I just, put it. We have the system, locker system. Once the shift is over, we wind up the shift, make the reports, take out printouts, and do the balancing and throw in that. He said me, I have an idea. You have to have just a little courage. Remaining, I would manage for you. So I said, please go ahead. He said that, what you're going to do, you are not going to, you're going to do everything accordingly, but you will not put the money in that locker. You will just throw the sheets and everything, because CCTV, everything is being watched and all. But money you will be keeping under your table, under your till, and this you would do. And he asked me that, what about the manager? I said, many times his daughter has the problem of cancer. She's a child, she's admitted, and many times he knows me and he says, it's okay, I'll come on Monday and I'll do the banking, just keep everything done, just feel like, I'm here. So he said, that is even better. You are having, open hands to do whatever. So he said, you will be keeping means four shifts amount there. Let's say it is 70,000 pounds. You would give it to me. And I am very close relative to you. I cannot do anything with you. Your money will be transferred to Pakistan within 24 hours. And your flight would be booked. You would be leaving, you know, and reaching there. And then invest in properties. He himself has invested a lot here in Pakistan. And, just have the happy days. You're not going to make this much money here in UK in the coming 10 years, £5 an hour. I just keep listening. I just keep listening. I said, okay, let me just, think about it, what you all have said. Once he went back, I had a night shift and few easy hours. When we don't have the customers, it's so mostly the window serving at night because it was the area. You may call it a very popular with the troublemakers, the people coming. So we were not allowed by the company to open the doors. They were the interlocks and centrally locked system. We used to just serve anybody needs anything through the window. I gave myself a little thought that, what he has said and everything. Just in few seconds, my mind told me that, whatever he has just suggested, it is dishonesty. I am not the one who can do it. And, what reasons came forward? The first reason was David, the person who trusted me, the manager, who loved me like his own child, who used to not even, I say, he used to not trust the locals. He used to not trust the, I would say, white people. He used to, and he had given me the free hand. Everybody had, a kind of discount of 30% on the food items eating. I was having 100%. I may drink as many Red Bull I drink. I may eat as many Snickers I like, whatsoever. So I felt like at that time that, oh my God, how can even, I can consider his this suggestion. So I said, no, it's not possible. The second thing came at the same time that, see, my parents have grown me up as a person who may have, little to eat but cannot become dishonest with anyone. The third thing in the childhood I learned somewhere through the religious books and the teachers that this is not something really you are eligible for. So give me a rethought, to think again. No, that is not for me. And finally, one thing, what was, I would say, the strongest one made me do it, that was about Pakistan. A word came in my mind that many of the cases I listen on daily basis, where I listen that, oh, a Pakistani did this, a Pakistani did this. So I used to feel very sad whenever I used to listen. So I thought, oh my God, am I going to or thinking to the same kind of person who can get the bad name for my country? So bringing it to the conclusion of Jahangir Raja Saab's talks, that character and the role of honesty, that is something I would say the backbone of your, business characteristic, that how honest you are and how you can do it. And definitely you would get whatever is destined and whatever you struggle for, but you have to remain honest with that. Transparency. Transparency is something very beautiful. Like, whatever you are doing, you are not, because this is something a lot of people ask me a question. Uh, how to build confidence. This is something very interesting. So I tell them this is something, a basket you carry. Start keeping things in it, right? And you will start feeling confident because once you're honest, definitely it is something will give you confidence. Once you are really having integrity, so you are having a self respect, it will boost your confidence. You feel like that you are doing something good, it will bring confidence in you. It is not something of one kind of dose or one kind of pill that I can tell you you will eat and you. So these are characteristic you will get help to get the more. Meditation, this is something very interesting, and I would say for those who are practicing, wonderful, you may carry on. And for those who are not doing it, let me tell you, you can try to understand meditation is this way, that if you are not showing hospitality to yourself, how you can be hospitable to anybody else? So give time to yourself, talk to yourself, treat yourself, and try to talk to yourself, listen to yourself. If you will listen to yourself, many things you may not, you know, understand, you will start understanding. So this meditation really works a lot, and self meditation, and then this time of your self time, it gives a lot of uh, peace of mind to you,
Yes,
which is very important for innovation. Because
that's
we
true.
are always keep thinking innovation comes from where, ideas come from where, why we are not creative. So we need that peace of mind, that meditation. Sir, so wonderful. Really, it's going great, and it's wonderful having all these things. Welcome those who have joined us right now from different areas. Sir, a next question is there by Mr. Qasim Malik. He says, how to develop business in minimum resources and sources.
Good. First of all, Atiq, you can have $1 million dream with a minimum wage work ethic. Did you get it? आपका $1 million का जो सपना होता है ना, वो आपकी अगर माइंड सेट मिनिमम वेज वाला है ना, तो कभी पूरा नहीं होगा. और दूसरी बात यह है कि रिसोर्सेज की आपको ज़रूरत नहीं पड़ती है अगर आपका आइडिया अच्छा होता है तो. हाँ, यकीन करें अतीक, पीपल आर डाइंग टू. अभी जो है ना, यूके के अंदर मिसाल देता हूँ, बॉन्ड का इंटरेस्ट रेट नेगेटिव हो गया है. इसका मतलब पता है क्या अतीक? जो बंदा खरीद रहा है ना बॉन्ड, वो पैसे देगा बॉन्ड इशू करने वाले को जेब से, बजाय उसको पैसे मिलने के. ये हालत होगी, ये नेगेटिव रेट हो गया है. तो कहने का मतलब ये है कि पैसों की ज़रूरत नहीं पड़ती है आपको, रिसोर्सेज की ज़रूरत नहीं पड़ती है, आइडियाज़ की होती है. आप मेडिटेट करेंगे, आप इनोवेट करेंगे, तो लोग पैसे देंगे आपको. पैसे इतने, इवन मैं अभी पिछले दिनों गया था, कौन सा बैंक है आपका, मीज़ान बैंक, मैं वहाँ गया. दोस्त था मेरा, कहता जी तकरीबन 40 ट्रिलियन रुपीस पड़े हुए हैं हमारे पास इन्वेस्ट करने के लिए. तो यू डोंट नीड मनी टू मेक मनी, यू नीड ब्रेन टू मेक मनी. रिसोर्सेज जो है ना, वो खुद ब खुद आ जाते हैं. मैं आई विल टेल यू अबाउट माय बैकग्राउंड सम टाइम लेटर कि मैंने कैसे शुरू किया. जब आपका आइडिया अच्छा होता है ना, तो पीपल थ्रो मनी एट यू. अब मैंने जो आखिरी बिल्डिंग खरीदी अभी पिछले 2-3 वीक पहले, वो मेरी जेब से एक पैसा नहीं गया. मुझे इन्वेस्टर्स ने पैसे दिए, मुझे बैंक्स ने पैसे दिए. क्या मेरा आइडिया था कि मैंने इसको लेके तो उसको ऐसे से ठीक करके डेवलप करना है. दे लव दैट आइडिया. तो रिसोर्सेज का होना ज़रूरी नहीं है कामयाबी के लिए, आपका बिजनेस प्लान का होना ज़रूरी है, आपके टारगेट का होना ज़रूरी है, गोल का होना ज़रूरी है, एक प्रोसेस का होना ज़रूरी है. मेरे जो एसेट मैनेजमेंट है ना, एसेट और मैनेजमेंट, ये आई डिड नॉट ड्रीम टू हैव $1 billion एसेट और मैनेजमेंट, but I was planning to manage my own money. Let's say $50 million या $100 million. तो वो एक प्रोसेस था मेरा कि जैसे मैंने अपने पैसे इन्वेस्ट किए, इन्वेस्टर्स ने देखा कि ओ ही इज इन्वेस्टिंग हिज ओन मनी, तो दे स्टार्टेड इन्वेस्टिंग विद मी. तो ऐसे ग्रो करता गया मैं. तो रिसोर्सेज का होना ज़रूरी नहीं है. आप एक कप बनाना शुरू कर दो. एक कप तो बनाने के यार पैसे सबके पास होते हैं. ठीक, पाकिस्तान के अंदर तो मॉर्गेज है ही नहीं किसी की, सारे पेड ऑफ हाउसेज में रहते हैं, तो टेक्निकली दे आर मिलियनियर्स. ठीक है, तो एक कप आप बना के दिखाओ कि यार इस कप की कॉस्ट है ₹3 और मैं इसको ₹10 का बेचता हूँ. इसमें कितनी कॉस्ट आएगी आपकी? ₹3. अब ₹3 तो होंगे आपके पास. ₹3 में आपने कप बना के ₹10 का बेचा. I will say people will go crazy to invest in your business. आप इत्तेफाक करते हैं कि नहीं करते हैं? तो रिसोर्सेज का होना इतना ज़रूरी नहीं है जितना कि आपके अच्छे आइडियाज़ का होना ज़रूरी है. देयर इज़ नो शॉर्टेज ऑफ कैपिटल, only shortage of ideas. And ideas, we have 220 million people. All you need is one good idea. यू डोंट हैव एन आइडिया, कोई बात नहीं, आप रीड करें. मैं एक महीने में 60 किताबें पढ़ता था. थी 60 बुक्स इन 1 मंथ. ऑन टॉप ऑफ दैट जो एनुअल रिपोर्ट्स नहीं आती कंपनी की, 800 पेज की एक कंपनी की रिपोर्ट आती थी जो मैं पढ़ता था इन्वेस्ट करने के लिए. तो पढ़ना बहुत ज़रूरी है. मेरा एक और फेथ है, ईमान है मेरा, कि एजुकेशन मे नॉट हेल्प यू टू मेक मोर मनी, but it sure will help you to retain most of it. اگر آپ نے 100 روپے کمائے ہیں نا تو شاید ایجوکیشن آپ کو 200 کمانا نہ سکھائے، لیکن اس 200 کو 199 بچانا آپ کو ایجوکیشن ضرور سکھائے گی. تو ایجوکیشن از ویری امپورٹنٹ. ایجوکیشن کا مطلب خالی ڈگری لینا نہیں ہے یا اسکول جانا نہیں ہے. ایجوکیشن کا نالج ہے. آپ بکس پڑھیں. ابھی میں آپ کو اپنے وہ لائبریری دکھاؤں، آپ کو یہ تو اٹس لائک یو پرابلی ہیو نیور سین دیٹ مینی بکس ان یور لائف. جو میری اندر جو پڑھتا ہوں، تو پڑھائی کا مجھے شوق ہے. مجھے اسکول اور کالج نے، یونیورسٹی نے صرف پڑھنے کے لیے تیار کیا ہے، پڑھائی تو میں نے بعد میں کی ہے. تو ایسے ہی ہم سب لوگوں کو چاہیے کہ ہمیں پڑھنا چاہیے. وی شوڈ آل ریڈ. اب میں 99% میرے جو دوست ہیں پاکستان کے اندر، 99% ہوتی ہیں، 99% بک کو ہاتھ نہیں لگاتے ہیں آفٹر دے گریجویٹ فرام اسکول. اب میں جاتا ہوں، کتنی بکس ہم نے پڑھی؟ یار کچھ نہیں، فیس بک پڑھ لیا، یوٹیوب دیکھ لیا، لنکڈ ان دے. دیٹس ناٹ like reading, that's not education, that's not knowledge. Actually book وارن بفیٹ نے جو لکھی ہے، اسٹیون شوارزمین نے لکھی ہے، وہ پڑھیں آپ، کہ وہ بکس ہوتی ہیں پڑھنے کے لیے. تو that will expand your mindset beyond imagination. تو سیدھی سی بات ہے یار، دیکھیں ریسورسز کی ضرورت نہیں ہے. لیٹس سے آپ کا کیا آئیڈیا ہے؟ میں بائی دا وے چیلنج کر کے آؤں گا پاکستان ابھی اس سال کے آخر میں. اب تو خیر کووڈ شروع ہو گیا، یہ ختم ہو جائے. میں چیلنج کر کے 2-3 بندے آپ کے گروپ میں سے پکڑوں گا اور ان کو ملینئر بنا کے دکھاؤں گا آپ کو کہ لک عتیق، دیز آر دا پیپل آئی وانٹ ٹو ورک وتھ اینڈ آئی ول ٹرن دیم انٹو ملینئر اینڈ یو ول بی سرپرائزڈ. مجھے صرف ان کا ایٹیٹیوڈ چاہیے کہ they are willing to learn and they are willing to delete what they have learned. یہ جو لوگ کہتے ہیں نا پیسہ کیوں کمانا، کام اتنا کیوں کرنا، قبر میں لے کے جاؤ گے. یار میں نے آج تک، تم نے $10 کما لیے تو تم پریشان ہو گئے ہو کہ اوہ قبر میں نہیں لے کے جا سکوں گا. یا وارن بفیٹ نے 500 بلین بنائے، اس نے By the way, Abdurrahman bin Auf, I think you probably heard the name, but you don't know. He's my main motivation. وجہ پتہ کیا ہے؟ ان کی نیٹ ورتھ تھی $517 بلین. 532 سوری 532 بلین. He was a Muslim. اور پتہ کون تھے وہ؟ عشرہ مبشرہ، جن کو جنت کی خوشخبری ادھر دی گئی تھی. تو پیسہ کمانا کوئی حرام نہیں ہے یار، پیسہ کمانے میں کوئی پرابلم نہیں ہے. اور جب کما چکو نا تم اور قبر میں لے جانے کا سوال آئے تو مجھے بتانا. I'll tell you how to take that in cover as well. آپ پیسہ قبر میں نہیں لے کے جا سکتے ہو، لیکن ویلتھ لے کے جا سکتے ہو. ویلتھ کس کو کہتے ہیں؟ رزق کو. رزق ہے نا جو آپ کا، اس کو ویلتھ کہتے ہیں. اور رزق کے اندر آپ کے بیوی بھی ہوتی ہے، بچے بھی، ماں باپ، بہن بھائی، دوست، جائیداد، پیسہ، اس کا ویلتھ کا حصہ ہے آپ کا. تو میں بلیو کرتا ہوں حلال طریقے سے کماؤ. میں نے پاکستان کے اندر اتنا ٹیکس پے کیا ہے 1 سال کے اندر عتیق، کہ میرے نہیں خیال میں آپ کے جتنے ٹاپ بزنس مین ہیں وہاں پہ، وہ ان سب نے مل کے بھی اتنا پے کیا ہو. اور ہر سال پے کرتا ہوں میں، کیونکہ میں ہانگ کانگ میں ٹیکس پے کرتا ہوں، یو کے میں پے کرتا ہوں، دبئی میں، یو ایس اے، کینیڈا. تو پاکستان میں کیوں نہ کروں میں؟ میرے پاس بہت سارے لوگ آتے ہیں، آپ اس طرح کریں نا. میں نے کہا یار اس طرح نہیں کرو، تم اس طرح کرو. میں اگر ٹیکس پے نہیں نہ کروں گا تو آئی ول نیور بی اے بلینئر. دس از واٹ مائی فیتھ از. تو آنیسٹلی کام کرو، خوشی سے کام کرو. مجھے کبھی پرابلم، ابھی لوگ وہاں شور مچا رہے ہیں ٹیکس، بھائی میں تو ٹیکس پچھلے 20 سال سے دیتا آ رہا ہوں، مجھے کوئی پرابلم نہیں ہوا. مجھے کبھی کسی جگہ پہ کوئی پرابلم نہیں ہوا الحمدللہ. 30 سال کا میرا ریکارڈ ہے عتیق. کوئی بھی دنیا کے کسی حصے میں میرے خلاف کوئی کمپلین نہیں آئی ہے. نو لا سوٹ، نو کمپلین، نتھنگ. گورنمنٹ کی طرف سے، عوام کی طرف سے کسی بندے نے کہا یار میرے ساتھ کوئی زیادتی کبھی نہیں ہوا آج تک. بیکاز آئی نو مائی بزنس، آئی نو واٹ آئی ایم ڈوئنگ اینڈ آئی ٹیل دیم دیٹس ہاؤ وی گونا ڈو اینڈ آئی آلویز ڈو واٹ آئی سے آئی ایم گونا ڈو. اور میں آپ سے پرامس کرتا ہوں میں آؤں گا، 3 بندے آپ کے گروپ سے لوں گا، ان کو ملینئر بنا کے دکھاؤں گا انشاءاللہ. دیٹس مائی پرامس ٹو یو.
Excellent, sir. Excellent. And viewers, you can watch and you can listen. And I would recommend you. We are taking more time today from Jahangir Raja Sahib, and we'll ask more questions as well. I would recommend you to rewatch it and watch it at least 4 to 5 times, because many things they may not be
Yes.
understood at once, and many times what it happens once you listen, you may not take it as it is and what is the depth of that thing. And sir, definitely, I would definitely love to have you whenever you're planning. And till then, definitely one person
इंशाल्लाह.
just suddenly came in my mind who is having a plan and who is really very energetic for business, and he wants to leave everywhere, leave everything and come to business. And definitely others also we will see, yeah, and you can also assess as well that how we can definitely take this startup and we can expand it here.
इंशाल्लाह. मेरा वो जो बेसिक पाकिस्तान का मतलब मेरा पर्पज है ना, पाकिस्तान के अंदर मैन पावर है, वो जो जो रिसोर्सेज हैं उनको यूज करना है. मुझे उनको दिखाना है हाउ वी कैन बी मेक पाकिस्तान ए बैंकिंग एंड इंडस्ट्रियल एंड ट्रेड हब. बहुत अपॉर्चुनिटीज है वहाँ पे. आर्टिफिशियल इंटेलिजेंस को इम्प्रूव करना है हमने, ऑनलाइन बिजनेस को इम्प्रूव करना है. जितने यहाँ पे बिजनेस है ना यूएसए के अंदर, वो सारे आएंगे पाकिस्तान के अंदर. आप वहाँ पे अच्छा सा एक सेटअप बनाओ आईटी का, और इंटरनेशनल एक्सचेंज स्टूडेंट का एक एक ट्रेडिशन बनाओ कि पीपल शुड कम ओवर देयर, दे शुड गिव यू द नॉलेज, and they should be able to bring the wealth of knowledge to you, and then you grow together. Pakistan will be a great country, inshallah. There are tons of opportunities. We'll do great together, inshallah. Sorry to interrupt you. Go ahead now.
So kind of you, and really this is what the hope is for Pakistan. What I say,
Inshallah.
in the past 15 days I have interviewed uh, three senators from the upper house of Pakistan, and I would love that, that the one from Gawadar, once you are over here, because we have received many, offers, a great support from the grounds, and we can definitely help them out and we can work together. And wherever it comes about the, prosperity of people, and definitely as a motherland we have more love and more, you can say, attraction towards Pakistan. But even if we go bigger than that, it is something serving humanity, it is something serving the Lord.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
And the best we can do with the best practices, actually, viewers, this thing you have to learn that everywhere. I listen one thing commonly, again I'm coming to our perspective mindset, or might be conditions of our country, where we listen that, oh, I may not, or nobody can succeed without, using the same practices. Here is an example in front of you. Jehangir A Raja Sahab, who is having businesses in 6 continents. And he is the man of principle that even being offered that you may save a lot of money through this way, by many others are doing, but it is not necessary that, through those bad practices you would, become something or you will make the money. And let me tell you one thing very clearly, as I shared a very small, a very little personal story as well. Such money cannot make you happy, because end of the result, the conclusion of the result, what do you want from money? You want satisfaction, you want happiness, and when it is earned through wrong practices, you will remain fearful.
अतिक, सॉरी
Sir,
फॉर इंटरप्शन. वन थिंग, असल में यहाँ पे जो मैं एजुकेशन की बात करता हूँ या नॉलेज की, वो यहाँ पे बहुत ज़रूरी है इस बात को इंटरसेप्ट के बताना. मनी में और वेल्थ में बहुत फ़र्क है. आपने जब से आप पैदा हुए हो ना, आई डोंट नो हाउ ओल्ड यू आर नाउ, से की बात सुनी होगी आपने, पैसा मनी, पैसा मनी. आज आप मेरे मुंह से वर्ड वेल्थ सुन रहे होगे. इज इट ट्रू और नॉट?
it is indeed.
आपने वेल्थ इससे पहले नहीं सुना होगा. तो हमारे जो बच्चे हैं ना, यंग जनरेशन, यार उनको पता ही नहीं, आई एम सॉरी टू से, कि पैसे में और वेल्थ में फर्क क्या है. उनको सारी जिंदगी ये बताया गया पैसा इज द रूट कॉज ऑफ ऑल द प्रॉब्लम, पैसा इज इवल. यस, आई एग्री, पैसा मे बी रूट कॉज ऑफ ऑल द इवल एंड प्रॉब्लम, लेकिन नॉट वेल्थ. वेल्थ जो थी ना, हजरत अब्दुल रहमान बिन औफ के पास वेल्थ थी. आपके पास बीवी होती है ना, वो आपकी वेल्थ है. आपके बच्चे वेल्थ हैं. आपका पैसा, रुपया, पैसा इज पार्ट ऑफ वेल्थ. वेल्थ इज नॉट पार्ट ऑफ पैसा. दैट्स द डिफरेंस. वेल्थ बहुत बड़ा ब्रॉडर टर्म है. उसके रिस्क जिसको बोलते हैं, रोजी जिसको बोलते हैं, रिस्क बोलते हैं. तो हमारी जो माइंड सेट है ना, बचपन से वो खराब हो गया है. क्यों? ہمیں والدین نے بتایا نہیں کہ بیٹا پیسہ کمانا برا یا اچھا ہو سکتا ہے، ویلتھ کمانا برا نہیں ہے. آپ ویلتھ قبر میں بھی لے کے جاؤ گے. اچھے ڈیڈ جو ہے نا، اچھے اعمال آپ کے، اچھی نیت، وہ ویلتھ ہے بھائی، وہ پارٹ آف ویلتھ ہے. تو وہ تو جائیں گے آپ کے ساتھ، پیسہ نہیں جائے گا، وچ از ٹرو. میں اس لیے پیسہ کمانے پہ زور نہیں دیتا ہوں، میں ویلتھ کمانے پہ ضرور زور دیتا ہوں. میں سب کو کہتا ہوں یار ویلتھ جتنی بھی کما سکو نا ضرور کماؤ، پیسہ کمانا ضروری نہیں. I'm sorry, I have to make a distinction between پیسہ and wealth. تو when normal people talk about پیسہ تو جنرلی ایک نیگیٹو فیلنگز آ جاتی ہیں، لیکن ان کو جب سمجھاؤ نا کہ یار ویلتھ، یو نیڈ ٹو ارن ویلتھ، تو پھر وہ نیگیٹو فیلنگز نہیں آتی. ان کو خوشی ہوتی ہے کہ اچھی نیت، انما الاعمال بالنیات، good intentions are very important and that is part of wealth. Capabilities is part of wealth. کسی کام کو کرنے کی صلاحیت آپ کے اندر، وہ بھی تو ویلتھ ہے نا یار. تو ویلتھ سے محبت کرو، ویلتھ کو ایکومولیٹ کرو، ویلتھ کو جمع کرو، ویلتھ کو ایکسپینڈ کرو، ویلتھ کو گرو کرو. پیسے پہ آئی ڈونٹ بلیو اٹ. پیسے کی میں اس سے مثال دیتا ہوں کہ روپے کی ویلیو کتنی تھی آج سے 7 سال پہلے، 4 سال پہلے 98 روپیز، آج 165 پہ چلا گیا ہے. اس لوزنگ ویلیو. پیسہ آپ کو کبھی خوش نہیں کرے گا. سیٹسفیکشن آئے گی ویلتھ سے. ویلتھ آپ کو بہت کامیاب کرے گا اور سیٹسفیکشن دے گا. I'm sorry to interrupt you again. Go
No,
ahead,
it's
please.
wonderful, and really thanks for interrupting, because this is something wherever it is needed. If you will highlight at the same time, so would be there, with the better impact. So आपने बड़े
Sure.
अच्छे तरीके से viewers, we listen about the difference between wealth and money from Jehangir A Raja Sahab, that see, a lot of people have this complaint. A lot of people have, a long list of complaints against the money, but wealth is something,
Yes,
very
absolutely.
different. And we have to understand the, philosophy of wealth, and it needs to
Yes.
be taught from the early years. And to my, listening, I have listened this word too many times, but in the different context. This is the context we need to understand, and really it is very much new to me as well today. The way
ہاں دیکھیے
you
نا، دیکھ دیکھیے ہمارے اسکولوں میں پڑھائی جاتا پیسہ کماؤ، جاب کرو گے بیٹا، پیسہ کماؤ گے تو آپ کی شادی ہو جائے گی. ان کو کبھی نہیں بتایا جاتا بیٹا ویلتھ ایکومولیٹ کرو، اور ویلتھ کے اندر آتا ہے ویلیو ڈلیور کرنا. پیسہ آپ کے پاس تب آئے گا جب آپ ویلیو ڈلیور کرو گے، اور پیسہ آنے کے بعد رہے گا نہیں. جس کے پاس بلین روپیز ہے نا، وہ کہتے ہیں یار 2 بلین آ جائے نا تو میں 2 پلازے خرید لوں شاید. تو روپے کا یا پیسے کا کوئی اف یو آر ورڈ اباؤٹ منی اور پیسہ، آپ ساری زندگی پریشان رہو گے. وہ کہتے ہیں نا 99 کے چکر میں رہو گے کہ میرے پاس 99 ہے 100 ہو جائے. تو دیٹ از دی حقیقت آف پیسہ. لیکن آئی taught my children at age 4 کہ بیٹا what is the difference between money, fiat money and wealth. تو دے آل نو کہ ویلتھ، میری کمپنی کا نام بھی جے آر ڈیلس ویلتھ مینجمنٹ ہے. اٹ کین بی ایزیلی منی مینیجر، منی مینجمنٹ. نو، آئی ڈو ناٹ بلیو ان منی، آئی بلیو ان ویلتھ. یو آر مائی ویلتھ. Your students, they are my wealth. They anything that I think gonna deliver value to humanity, that is part of wealth. And paisa is part of wealth, but not everything. Paisa is something which is a part of wealth, but not everything. Wealth is a very broad term. I hope I explained well.
wonderful, so wonderful. It's really amazing and great listening. You hope we are going with the right time. If any issue with the time, you can just please let me know, because it is that much enjoyable that the passing of time is, looking very small.
Good time pass fast.
So kind of you, sir. So you were talking about, that you would like to share with us about your first business. So if you like to please share that, how did you think about your first business, first investment, and how did it go on then?
My first investment was in myself. I That's the best investment by the way. چیزوں کے اندر investment is not that great. The best investment in me was sending 3,000, what was that, 3,000 rupees, GRE's फीस, ग्रेजुएट रेकॉर्ड एग्जामिनेशन की फीस होती है, जो मैंने पाकिस्तान से भेजी थी स्कॉलरशिप लेके यूएसए के लिए. दैट वाज द बेस्ट इन्वेस्टमेंट. टॉफल की फीस थी, आई थिंक, पता नहीं, मुझे अब याद नहीं, ₹50 या समथिंग, $50 और समथिंग. वो पाकिस्तान से मैंने भेजी थी स्कॉलरशिप लेके, और दैट वाज द बेस्ट इन्वेस्टमेंट. तो मैंने अपने अंदर जो इम्प्रूवमेंट की है, जो इन्वेस्टमेंट्स की है, दैट इज आई कंसिडर द बेस्ट इन्वेस्टमेंट. क्योंकि मैंने बहुत दफ़ा मिलियंस कमाए और बहुत दफ़ा मिलियंस लूज़ किए, बहुत दफ़ा बिलियंस कमाए और बिलियंस लूज़ किए, लेकिन जो इन्वेस्टमेंट मैंने अपने अंदर की थी ना, वो कभी लूज़ नहीं की मैंने. जो मैंने अपने आप को इम्प्रूव किया, वो अल्हम्दुलिल्लाह कंटिन्यूसली इम्प्रूव ही होता रहा. उस इन्वेस्टमेंट से बेहतर कोई इन्वेस्टमेंट मैंने नहीं की है जो मैंने अपने ऊपर की है.
Super, super. Really, this is something I say convincing and inspirational, and something again, viewers, to our understanding. Here, I would again repeat two things from the life of Jehangir A Raja Sahab, that see the self growth is very important. Majority of the people around I see, they have one thing, that once the degree is completed, it means that you have just just done everything, you have completed education. Let me tell you, as it is just a live example in front of you, Jahangir Raja Sahib, that education is a lifelong task. You cannot ever complete it. This
Correct.
is something which needs to remain in the continuity, and this is something what keeps us upgraded and definitely alive. I would share a little example, wouldn't go in detail, about the Nokia. If you remember that Nokia phones we had, especially 3310, 3310, it came very popular in Pakistan. Everybody was buying it, Everybody was after the Nokia. Nokia was the market, that even if you want to sell it, resale was very good. You go sell it and you were getting your, money back. But suddenly the coming of Android, and then, disappearance of Nokia. I would request you all to go Google, research yourself. How did it happen? What happened to Nokia? Where did Nokia go? Why did Nokia lose the market? And how did it all happen? It was going in trillions of dollars profits. So you have to understand, you have to see quite, with the great vision, and you have to learn not only for your self growth, but you have to learn the markets. You have to learn around you. Like, you listen just from Jahangir Raja Saab, that people have been crying for last 3 to 4 months since the COVID-19 started. Majority of the business community I have come across, from normal to very high levels, they have the one kind of same statement, that bus hamara beda garak ho gaya. We have lost the business here. Nothing is there. But on the other hand side, you are listening that 3000%, this is something really huge. Why? Because you
Yes.
have to see the change of paradigm in advance. You have to see, and that vision comes through seeing the people, learning the people, and learning from the books. This habit needs to be
True.
redeveloped. As I
Absolutely.
always say, Raja Sab has the huge library. I am not having that big, but in my house, there is always, one thing. Everybody comes around, they do ask that where is your drawing room? Because the one room which is called drawing room, it is converted to the library. Because the library, the reading is really the most important thing, I feel, that once for the mental growth, because we are always there having, always having ideas. Whatever we are reading, our way of thinking changes. And the way Jahangir Saab is sharing, again, I would recommend, I would request, and I would suggest you that please start developing the habit of reading. It is not necessary that you should start reading the business books. You may start with whatever you like, actually, whatever inspires you, whatever makes you happy. You like novel, please read the novels. You like to read storybooks, read storybooks. You are a scientific nature person, read science books. But start something, because within time you will
बिल्कुल.
develop this habit and you will start enjoying it. And definitely, when the time comes that you want to, divert or you want to change, that habit would help you to read something relevant with that. Sir, excellent, going great. So now I would like to ask you a question. That was the self investment. What about your first business investment? How did the idea come in your mind, and with how much did you start that business, and how did it go on then?
Business again. My business is called investment banking or asset management. These are two different things, two separate but independent things. Investment banking and uh, asset management. You don't need a lot of money. Investment banking basically is, let's say you came to me, you say, I wanna borrow some money. So this is my business plan, and I will try to give you the money, and that is called investment banking. Basically, arrange the loan for you. You don't need a lot of money to start. I started working in that business in 1990 on Wall Street with Payne and Weber, and I didn't need much money. I started, with maybe $50,000, something like that. Maybe 2 years worth of budget I had. That's how I started, and I kept growing. So you don't need a lot of money if you have the right idea. So investment banking, wealth management, that was my business. I've been doing for 30 years. And I started with like maybe $50,000 and it kept going.
Great. So, sir, last two questions before we wind up. The one I want to listen the secret of your success. See, everyone have, apart from reading, apart from having characteristics of a good business person, always there is something behind in everyone's life. Someone says that it is something, someone has, these are the prayers of my mother. Someone says that it is my all effort and struggle I have done. Someone
I,
says that it is only the consistency. So what is behind your success actually?
I consider myself, I'm a firm believer of luck. The harder I work, the luckier I get. तो मेरी सीक्रेट ऑफ सक्सेस जो है ना हार्ड वर्क है. I always say I cannot outnumber you, I cannot outsmart you, but I can outperform you only by working hard. तो मेरी सीक्रेट सक्सेस कोई ऐसी नहीं है कि जिसमें कोई छुपी हुई बात है. हार्ड वर्क यार. I work 16 hours a day. That's what secret success is. माँ की दुआ ठीक है, बहन भाई बीवी बच्चे सारे, वो तो सब कोई दुआ, किसकी बीवी दुआ नहीं करती, किसके बच्चे दुआ. लेकिन हार्ड वर्क इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट. हार्ड वर्क विल डिफरेंशिएट यू फ्रॉम अदर पीपल. मैं अक्सर कहता हूँ इंडियंस को और पाकिस्तानीज के बारे में, दे आर 1.3 बिलियन पीपल. यू कैन नॉट आउट नंबर देम, बट यू कैन आउट परफॉर्म देम. आप अपने हार्ड वर्क से उनको आउट परफॉर्म कर सकते हैं. तो हार्ड वर्क इज द ओनली सीक्रेट ऑफ सक्सेस.
Viewers, this is something you can say the conclusion of Jahangir A Raja Saab's life. Success, that he says hard work is key to success. We have
Yes.
learned it a lot throughout our lives, and practically it is in front of you that hard work and smart work, because this
Yes.
is this is something very important here, that in the modern era you have to equip yourself with the skills. You should be having reading and continuous education, and then you have to have the consistency with your patience and your compassion. Sir, in the last, would like to have your message for the youth of the world. What message would you like to share to the youth of the world?
Just be patient and think about the long run. Do not get worried about ups and downs of life. Just look at the big picture. Humanity, whole humanity needs you more than your own family. Whole humanity is your family, basically. With globalization, I think one person must be thinking beyond the borders. So you must think beyond the borders as well, and you must think about other people before your own interest. Empathy is very important, Atik. If I do not think about you more than about myself, I'm not a good human being. वो क्या एक शेर भी था, बड़ा अच्छा शेर था यार, बचपन में सुना था।
दर्द दिल के
दर्द
वास्ते
दिल के
पैदा
वास्ते पैदा किया इंसान को। तो ये that's what the message is कि the main reason of your production was so you can have feelings for other human beings. That's all. Empathy should be there.
Excellent, excellent. Dear viewers, we are going to wind up today's program, but I assure you that we'll be keep having Jahangir Raja Saab, time to
Inshallah.
time. He's very busy person, but as I said that it would be his great contribution to the youth of Pakistan, youth of the world, sharing his own experiences, ideas, and we would be loving to listen him again and again. I'm really thankful to you, sir, for coming today and sparing a lot of time with us. Uh, Viewers, please, as I suggested you earlier as well, do watch this video again. So you can and share your learning in the comment box, because this video is going to be on YouTube. It would be on our Facebook page as well. So do watch it again and share your learning, because your learning would help others. And you, if you like, if you feel it is really worth, so do share this video as much you can, so as many people can listen. Might be this, if this video can help few of the people who are interested in the businesses, who are interested to change their lives. Here I'm not even going to use the term of business, but whoever wants to change their lives, because the talks of Jahangir A Raja Sahab are not limited to a business only, or they are not limited to the businesses. They are really kind of transformational talks. They are, inspirational, life-changing talks. And it is our good luck that we listened him in detail, and I'm sure that he would be keep sparing time with us again.
Inshallah,
Sir, thank
we'll
you
be in
very much
touch.
to you again. Please stay with me. I'm just ending the broadcast, then we just talk.
Thank you, Atik.